January 2025 will forever be etched in the memory of Los Angeles. It was a month marked by fire, fear, and loss. As the year began, a series of wildfires ignited across Southern California. Fueled by strong winds and dry conditions, these fires quickly grew into raging infernos. The devastation was widespread, impacting communities from Castaic to Camarillo. Homes were reduced to ashes, businesses were destroyed, lives were lost. The fires began on January 7th. The month was already experiencing unusually dry conditions. Powerful Santa Ana winds swept in from the desert, creating the perfect storm for disaster. Within days, the situation escalated. The fires were spreading at an alarming rate. The air was thick with smoke. Panic gripped the city as residents watched their world turn to ash. The fires of January 2025 were not just a natural disaster. They were a stark reminder of the vulnerability of even the most sprawling urban landscapes. They revealed the fragility of life and the unforgiving power of nature. As the fires burned, they unveiled the deep-seated anxieties of a city grappling with climate change, drought, and the ever-present threat of wildfires. Several major fires defined the 2025 Los Angeles firestorm. Each left its own path of destruction, forever scarring the landscape and the lives of those who called it home. The Hughes fire near Castaic scorched over 10,000 acres. It forced the evacuation of 31,000 people, leaving behind a trail of charred homes and shattered lives. In the Pacific Palisades, the Palisades fire raged for days, consuming nearly 25,000 acres. Over 6,800 structures were damaged or destroyed, turning a once idyllic community into a scene of devastation. Even the family of Mayor Bass was not spared, highlighting the indiscriminate nature of the disaster. The Eaton fire near downtown Los Angeles proved to be the deadliest. It claimed the lives of 17 people, their dreams and futures extinguished along with their homes. The fire ripped through over 14,000 acres, leaving behind the wreckage of nearly 10,000 structures. The Sepulveda fire threatened the affluent communities of Brentwood and Bel Air, sending shockwaves through the city. The Laguna fire in Camarillo, while smaller in scale, still caused significant damage. It served as a reminder that no corner of the region was immune to the threat. These fires, each with their own tragic narrative, painted a grim picture of destruction, displacement, and loss across Southern California. The immediate causes of the January 2025 fires are still under investigation. Arson and electrical issues are both being considered. However, the underlying factors are painfully clear. A potent combination of weather conditions and long-term climate change created a tinderbox ready to ignite. The Santa Ana winds, known for their ferocity, played a crucial role. Gusts of over 70 miles per hour whipped through the region, fanning small flames into raging infernos. Years of drought had parched the landscape, leaving vegetation critically dry and primed to burn. The region had received less than 10% of its average rainfall since October 2024. Exacerbating the already dire conditions. Climate change acted as a force multiplier. Rising temperatures, altered precipitation patterns, and more extreme weather events have created a new normal in California. The state is now trapped in a cycle of weather whiplash, oscillating between periods of extreme drought and intense rainfall. This volatile pattern further stresses vegetation and increases the likelihood of catastrophic fires. The response to the fires was swift and multifaceted. Firefighters from across the state and beyond battled the blazes tirelessly, risking their lives to protect property and save lives. The National Guard was deployed to assist with evacuations and provide support to overwhelmed communities. Governor Newsom declared a state of emergency, unlocking vital resources and financial aid. He announced mortgage relief for fire victims and pledged to rebuild affected communities. Representative Judy Chu called for an investigation into the delayed evacuation warnings in Altadena, where the Eaton fire claimed many lives. The community rallied together, demonstrating remarkable resilience in the face of adversity. Volunteers set up shelters, distributed food and water, and offered comfort to those who had lost everything. Donations poured in from across the country, a testament to the spirit of generosity that often emerges in times of crisis. Section 5. Lessons in the Ashes, Future Preparedness. The 2025 Los Angeles fires served as a stark wake-up call. They underscored the urgent need for proactive measures to prevent and mitigate the impact of future wildfires. Climate change is no longer a distant threat, it is a present reality that demands immediate action. One of the key takeaways is the importance of integrating climate change projections into disaster planning. Building codes must be updated to reflect the increased fire risk. Land use planning should discourage development in fire-prone areas. Home hardening techniques, such as using fire-resistant materials, can help protect structures from future blazes. Upgrading infrastructure is another critical area for improvement. Power lines and utility poles, often the source of fire ignitions, need to be buried or made more resistant to high winds. Investing in new technologies such as remote sensing and artificial intelligence can enhance early detection and warning systems, allowing for faster response times and potentially saving lives. Section 6. The human cost of disaster. Beyond the staggering financial losses, the true cost of the Los Angeles fires is measured in human suffering. Thousands of families lost their homes, their possessions, and their sense of security. The emotional toll of displacement, the trauma of witnessing destruction firsthand, and the grief of losing loved ones are wounds that may take years to heal. The fires also exposed and exacerbated existing inequalities. Low-income communities, often located in areas more vulnerable to fire risk, were disproportionately impacted. Many lacked the resources to evacuate quickly or rebuild their lives after the disaster. The fires laid bare the social and economic disparities that make some communities more susceptible to harm. Section 7. Rebuilding lives and communities. The process of rebuilding after the fires will be long and arduous. It will require a collective effort from individuals, communities, and all levels of government. The physical damage can be repaired, but the emotional scars may linger for generations. Addressing the psychological needs of survivors is just as crucial as providing material assistance. Rebuilding communities also means addressing the root causes of vulnerability. This includes tackling climate change, promoting affordable housing options, and investing in fire prevention and mitigation measures that benefit everyone, regardless of their zip code. Section 8. A City on Edge, the Psychological Impact. The 2025 fires left an indelible mark on the collective psyche of Los Angeles. The constant threat of fire, once a seasonal concern, has become a year-round anxiety. The smell of smoke, a potent trigger of traumatic memories, hangs in the air long after the flames are extinguished. The fires have also fueled a sense of uncertainty about the future. Climate change, once a distant threat, has become a tangible reality, forcing residents to confront their own vulnerability and the fragility of the environment they call home. Addressing the psychological impact of the fires is essential for the long-term well-being of the city and its residents. Section 9. Towards a more resilient future. The 2025 Los Angeles fires were a tragedy, but they also presented an opportunity for reflection and renewal. They highlighted the urgent need to adapt to a changing climate and build more resilient communities. By embracing proactive measures, investing in sustainable practices, and prioritizing the well-being of all residents, Los Angeles can emerge from the ashes stronger and better prepared for the challenges that lie ahead. The fires served as a stark reminder that we are all connected, not only to each other, but also to the environment we inhabit. The choices we make today will determine the future of Los Angeles and the planet. The path forward requires courage, collaboration, and an unwavering commitment to creating a safer, more sustainable